Ain't too much I coulda should say. Shouts to Mania weekend. Smooth recap from January 1st till now. I mean, once the road, when we saw the road to WrestleMania just over the horizon and saw the figures standing there, none of us knew we'd be here at this point now. Last year to this year, things that I was looking at, nothing compared. 40th anniversary, you knew it was gonna be something big. I remember that last year looking at the bell symbol, like that's how I felt about it. But at the end of the day, nah, because it's still gonna be big, and it's like, but that's a whole year out, man. We about 80% through the show now. This is me last year thinking about, getting to 40, but I'm like, it's gonna be a huge, huge event. Wherever you at, apparently earlier this morning, there was a seismic uh, event that took place somewhere near Philly. So shouts to the great state of Pennsylvania for hosting the event. And here's to a great weekend. That's really how I feel about all of it. Every bit of it up to this point. And including, because I'll be around for this one. I'll call it. That's just how I feel about it, man. Like Cody called it a while ago. I spoke on it, I would say episode beforehand. I can't tell you go back and look for it. But you take the moment and you really just appreciate where we got to when it comes to all of this. All thanks to, I mean, who? It can't be all thanks to one person. I think that's a major lesson for all of us to, really just take heed of moving forward as we move into these new eras. I'm excited about all of it. I'm anticipating everything that's about to take place. So Mania is about to happen, man. Are y'all ready? Because I know I'm ready. Let's just get it popping, man. Let's get it popping. Yo, Raw NXT happened. Man, I'm feeling good about it. You know why? Because the last person you would definitely expect. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got, my man. That's Bro Hill. But yeah, the last person we would definitely expect to be talking about Raw and NXT right before, before SmackDown got a big event taking place, a lot of press going on. So obviously, Mania is on deck and I'm right round for it in the midst of it all happening. Man, this is way bigger than some Raw rewrite. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's up for me. So let's get into it real fast. Do you remember Raw? If I ran it back, I would. I know it'll be some things that I definitely enjoyed, and I don't want to miss out on any of the details. But let's get into it from the first, man. Judgment Day, New Day, DIY 8-man tag match. Was I there for it, man? I think I was, but geez, let's move on. Like, shouts to the 8-man tag. I know I'm just looking forward to the match that needs to take place. I just not like that as far as that tag match goes. This is going to be a big one. I technically don't want to see Judgment Day lose because this match would definitely solidify them as tag champs. Like, even a tag team in general. For real, like, we know they're a tag team, but it'll be more than just a run if they keep those titles this time around. So that's how I'm feeling. The rest of the teams attached in the 6-man tag ladder match for the Universal Tag Team Championships, man, or Undisputed, however you want to call it, man, look. What we doing with the titles after they're put on new champions? Because last year these titles was still a thing. Can we move on from this now? Like, big shifts have to take place. Are we dual branding? I don't want to talk brand split. It's a little early for that, but at the same time, is it really a little early for that? Like, what are we doing? How are we doing it? Do we even need a brand split? We've been seeing a lot of crossovers in the early going, but the faction idea, not faction, pardon me, the brand idea still remains. Who's signing the where and what's happening, but we got them over there, so draft, I don't know, but the tag match about to be crazy. Gunther, Sami Zayn, Bronson Reed. Alright, so Sami Zayn is about to beat Bronson Reed. Good match. Good on Bronson. Good on Sami. It was what was it? Shouts to Dr. Death. Bronson hit that move. That was heartfelt for me, just on some, back in my days of playing WWF Attitude. So good stuff, man. Sammy was gonna pick up the win. It would have made sense. Gunther came out, fucked it up. All right, cool. I like it. Is it time to move on from that? And I mean Gunther in the IC Championship. I say no. I think at this point, if Roman is going to hand the title or pass the torch in so many tenses, then Gunther needs to beat that reign. Gunther beats that reign. Now we got something we talking about, just for real bolstering. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What does it do for Sami Zayn if Gunther retains? Hold that title hostage. We can move things on. I mean, Sammy could go chasing after the World Heavyweight Championship with Drew McIntyre. That's the space for him, my opinion. I don't know how we get there. It's possible. And a lot of things are definitely possible with how creative has been going. Since mid 2022, I'm guessing. You know what I mean? So let's move on. Ivy Nile, Maxine Dupree, Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell. All right. Candice being bad. Ivy and Maxine. I got thoughts on the alphas. We'll get there. Candice being bad. I don't know if Indy got down with the get down yet, but we just pulling for her to see the light. Ricochet, Ivar, didn't see it. Not mad at it. Rico got the win. Good for him. Ivar solid, but I think I'm seeing a lot of this now. Like, I don't follow match to match, week to week, like as far as how many rematches we're gonna get or how many jumbles of it. Those days are thankfully long gone. So we're done with it. And, moving forward, I'm starting to think I'm noticing the big man, little man, that trope a bit with those two, a bit muchly. I don't know. Like, it was a couple weeks, like, I'm seeing maybe the 50-50 in that. I don't know. But it's being done in a classy manner. But I'm starting to notice they're going at it a lot. Running back, that Seth Rollins Dolph Ziggler level. It's not there quietly yet, but I'm seeing it. Let's move on. Damage Control, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Tegan Knox. Good on all of them, first of all. Shouts to Zoe. Now, I ain't gonna forget that. You know what I mean? Tegan looks great, and Shayna was solid. Shayna and Zoe are okay right now. We need something that's gonna bang. I don't know what's banging yet. Damage Control, not obvious victory, but a definite victory that they should have, and I'm not really mad at the outcome of it. So good on them. We gonna see. That was a randomly put together tag team. But Tegan is on the ups right now. Like right now, Coda's getting her shine she deserves. But this part is where it's like good. Now we can see both of them actually, just like how that trajectory starts to go. Just from if you're watching them and following them, even as individuals, you know what I mean? Let's move on. Roman Reigns, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, Seth. Right before the crazy Bloodline Rules match. Okay. Seth, that was the opening segment. Oh my goodness. First of all, shouts to everybody. We're not going to sit here and I don't want to play favorites. I have no favorites. I have no ponies in this race. I have the story the way it should be laid out, like we all do. We're going to see how the game lets it play out, wants it to play out. You know what I mean? And it's going to be on WrestleMania, so we're going to be there for it. Shouts to everybody attached to the production of all of this, because it's going to be a movie, man. So, and then we still got shit to move on to. Yo, Rock, Seth coming down through the crowd. Obvious solo match, but Bloodline Rules. Good. Everything else, good. The way it's supposed to be. Good. Like, just let's keep it rolling. Like now there's a different energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be like littered with profanity, but small spots of edgy Dwayne, you know what I mean, as the final boss. Yeah, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. Like, I'm liking it. Does this give leeway to other superstars? No. I think that these things can be done if properly selected. You have to find the moments to do that thing, but it can't be that exact thing because you're not the goddamn Rock. That's how I feel. And I'm not talking anybody else part of that production. I'm talking every other superstar watching right along with me, like wondering who's going to win that match or how that story's going to play out. It's good on them, man. It's good on them. I'm proud to see what I'm looking at. I mean, like, I he came back, and this is what we end up getting. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we end up getting. Everybody was worried it was going to be, you know, a lot of different things. People were going to have their feelings on Cody and Roman and where they're at right now with it, and Drew and Seth not really worried about Drew. Look, at the end of the day, everyone is definitely entertained with everything that's going on. But if we're really looking at one not leaving the company, but going abroad and brightening their star to bring it back home now, and then it's like the return on it, respectfully, it's like this is what happens when you have a common name come around in the culture that is common enough. Look at the weekend we in, but at the same time, it's like they don't have as much of the star power because they didn't do what he did. So there's gonna be a different element of what he brings. His story is totally different, you know. But by comparison to everything else going on within that culture, not being Dwayne Johnson, not being The Rock, not being the Final Boss, none of that. Dwayne not here. Right now, these guys are not at the peak, but they are like, just because second place is very far behind first place doesn't mean second place ain't like in Mario Kart. If you in second, but the guy in first is all the way up there, you still battling and beating up what 6, 7 other people. You know what I mean? Well, 6 other people, but you're trying to get to the But you know what I'm saying. So by comparison, Cody and Roman is exactly where I would expect them to be, but they have an added element. You know what I mean? But it's the element that's getting everybody over. And then it's so what DJ is bringing, and I say this in all respect to every kind of creative that's going into every bit of it on WrestleMania weekend. What DJ is bringing is going to serve multitudes. Like, we already got a Punk mention. Well, we got Punk mentioning him. Sports entertainment, everybody, relax. It's love here, I would assume. Um, we got whatever could happen with him and Seth. We all want to see him and Seth. We all want to see him and Cody now. You know what I mean? Like, this tag match is just a beginning, like chapter 3. And what? The almanac, bro? We taking this shit global. It's so many different things. Rock, you think you about to be doing movies for too much longer? Playboy, come on. That's how I feel, and that's how we all gonna treat it, because he could go and do another movie or two here and there, but nah, we gonna have this a lot more often. But the rub, I think there's a solid rub here. Not Rock losing matches, but people being around the Rock. I think it can be done right, as opposed to being around and then getting your star created the old way. Now you can get your star created the new way. But how? I don't know. That's up to creative. That's raw though. Yo, shots WrestleMania weekend. Get it popping. Yo, let's get to these streets of NXT. Stand and Deliver is happening. You know what I mean? These guys are opening the show. There was a lot of years where everybody was saying that NXT, they was beating WrestleMania. Takeovers was beating WrestleMania. Takeovers are done. Now we got Stand and Deliver. It's a big show. Everybody knows it's a big show. We got the crowd. The crowd has been the home crowd has been conditioning the larger crowd that's gonna be there tomorrow. And man, I know it's gonna be an event. It's gonna be an event. I'm proud of everybody that's there. And I mean, they're gonna open the show. I know they're not gonna knock this shit out the water by comparison to what's gonna take place, but it's totally like the most important thing going on all weekend, because we're going to be seeing next WrestleMania. That's how I feel. So shouts to all of them, man. They crushing it right now. Um, I'm looking at April 2nd, man. Nathan Frazier, Axiom, LWO, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. All right. Tag stuff, NXT. Shouts to HBK making it happen. Right now, in that space, I know it's getting crazy, but we just gotta wait. Like right now, I think my focus is more so on that 6-man tag ladder match at WrestleMania. So whatever they got happening right now at NXT, at least as far as that part of the tag division goes, my attention is a little diverted. I'm liking Nate Frazier and Axiom though, just keeping it real with you. LWA, what is that? That's main roster, and then Gallows and Anderson, man. Dark AJ, man. Look, I'm gonna let them rock on NXT just because Dark AJ got that much star power. Like it's still going, it can still, we can get more out of that. And just like with The Rock and how he's doing things, we get more out of that after the fact. This is just the early parts of it all. So I think they could definitely be a strong tag team down there. That's how I feel. LWO clearly on main roster, they down there just visiting and making something happen for the tag division. It makes sense. That's good. JC Jane, Fallon Henley. Okay, first of all, we all hope Jasmine Lees gets better, right? Right. Okay. So there goes that. JC got a little entourage with her now. Thea is in her own bag. Chase U's in their own spaces. I don't really know what to say about nobody right now as far as any of that happening. Fallon is on the up. I know that. I don't know if it's the star power. I know it's definitely the tenure. I'm waiting for the star power part. Right now, it's just like good old ranch. You know what I'm saying? Fallon. And we love that. We love that. You know what I mean? But it's definitely still in the deliver season. So looking at what she gonna bring next. Like I feel like Briggs got the good promo for the triple threat. Briggs in the match. Obafemi in the match. Dang, see, and I always forget this third person. I bet you I remember him last week though. Either way, the Briggs promo and then the JBL talk. That's what Fallon need. Like, I don't know what the direction is gonna be. I feel like if she does anything too drastic, the fans are gonna reject it. So, holding pattern. JC Jane picked up the win. I mean, there was a lot of shenanigans going on. Shouts to JC. She gets to the back and she talking all crazy. She finally got a good spot for her little woo. So yeah, well, wow, whatever she want to call it, I like it. I like it. Crew with her, I like it. What can we do? Like she could really be like, cause now it look toxic. Now she look like a mean girl for real because this ain't the first time we done seen her on mean girl levels or being the toxic type of individual. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I can't hate. Ava backstage. Okay. Shouts to Simone, Simone, no. Say the motherfucking word. He's dead. You know what I mean? But, let's just keep practicing. Don't be awkward. You know what I mean? Like Simone needs a character. She can definitely go boss space with this. Like not receptionist gimmick, not glorified gimmick. I'm just talking more like the like boss role. Clearly, like she's in that type of energy. She backstage headphones on, production shit. Yeah, a lot of hats. Yeah, good, good. So let's keep that. Let's keep that rolling. Step to JC, let her know. Play boss levels. Not bad. Not bad. No complaints out of me. No complaints out of me. I'm only nitpicking because it's like we in character development season. Standard delivers tomorrow. That means we moving from NXT 3.0 to 3.5 officially until what? Probably like what they doing? What games? We'll see what happens around November. But yeah, right now it's 3.5, so we going into a new season. You know what I mean, like this is big stuff going into the CW. 3.5 on the CW. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So lot of shifts, a lot of value taking place, man. So JC with a new crew, good. Lexus King, Von Wagner, all right. Lexus King went out there right after JC had a little talk with Ava. All right, fine. Went over Von Wagner, I understand. Shouts to Lexus King. Shouts to Von Wagner. We gonna wait for it. Von was signed to the main roster during the last draft. Just an observation, but no. Just an observation. I'm nitpicking again. Keep him with Stone. I don't know where the build is gonna start or how it's gonna be, but good for NXT television right now. For right now, I don't know what's gonna happen moving forward, but for right now, I want to say holding pattern. But let's see what we could get. The sympathy story, as far as them went, I wouldn't say it ran its course. I'd say he's a monster now because Braun and Wolf Dogs got that, but that's a tag division, so we might have space for him to try to pull the trigger on that, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe hey man, it's all about trying to help the future, right? So maybe if he goes if he go for the Ben Grimm, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm not saying exactly that. I'm saying like he got a story and then he looking for a bit of that, monster type character. So, maybe that. And then I think we can build from there, for sure. So I'm on deck, so we're gonna see what we get and we'll build from there. Lola Vice, Carmen Petrovic. Man, I don't know. I feel like I be seeing these matches, man. Carmen's in a good spot. I just smooth right with me. She's been around for a little minute, recurring name. I don't want to call out no young, you know what I mean, like coming up now, because it's like the numbers are continual. So I know who's there right now. Carmen is, you know, she's one of them. She's one of them that's there right now. Right at the top of the level up process, but I wouldn't say a main event type superstar. So Roop is back though, so that's huge. Not to take away from anybody else. Now, Lola Vice picking up the victory. Yo, let's get it together with her and her little things and the dancing in the crowd. Let's get it together. Lola picked up the victory. That's only right. Obafemi Joe Gacy. Uh, Gacy, all right, the match had to stop. It was no contest. All right. Attack from earlier with Sean Spears. Okay. 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 They got their beef going. I mean, that man threw his chair off a roof. I mean, if he got an emotional connection to that, then, you did something about it. Now, is Gacy going to pick up the victory there? I don't know. Sean get the blood still? I don't know. I think if we got my man Spears moving the way he moving, he pick up the victory. It'll get Gacy over still. I want to see Gacy pick up a win, but I also want to see him continue to develop with the crowd. And that's what's happening with him and this crazy gimmick. Like, the crowd ain't all the way there with him yet, but they definitely are paying attention to what he's going to be making happen. So, I'm not against it. Like I said, I wasn't really with it at first because I've seen this try to happen a couple of different times, and it's still a little early for me, respectfully things. But end of the day, if not even if, but he's proving himself thus far, So we're gonna see how things continue to flow as far as that happens with Joe Gacy. Obafemi, you got some monster, bro. Dijak, third man. Let's go. Push Dijak. Obafemi got to get that victory, man. Josh get that win, that's good on him. Briggs get that victory, that's good. I'm not mad at the up on that. It'll whoever get the win there is going, because I'm calling it right there. Over get that, then it's obvious. Because it just looked like it. You know what I mean? Shenanigans, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be mad. That's the sports entertainment in it. I hope no shenanigans. Let's have a clean victory and we can move this thing into the power product that we know it's always been. Ariana Grace, Ren Sinclair. Ren is one of them things. Right up there, Brinley Reese types. The ones they trying to get to the next, next steps. I'm seeing them. I can't remember none of the other names for right now. But pause. We're not about to talk no further on NXT if we're not talking about Metaphor being the motherfucking host. So shouts to all of them. Shouts to all of them. Just saying. Jackie. No, Jakara, bro. What you talking about? There would be no Jackie if there was no Kathy. If we're really talking on those levels of old bang. So Ariana Grace picked up the victory. Soruka Blair Davenport. I was hyped for that match. I was hyped to see Blair back in the ring. You know what I mean? Just saying. On some UK shit, like we've been waiting and everybody's been patient with the process. Blair's definitely one of those been patient with the process. A strong name. I don't want to see her jobbing out, but at the same time, different type of special, man. That's just how I'm looking at it. Different type of power. I don't know. I like Blair. I've been like Blair. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna wait it out, see how things play. But Soruka picking up the victory, obvious. This chick got the coolest RKO in the game. Everybody be quiet about it. We know it's called something different. We try to stay away from them things. Your boy Scripps out there with the OTM boys and Miss Parker. He clearly got his little motherfucking RKO too. But yeah, nothing's like the RKO. But end of the day, nah, son. So got it right now. We all know it's about to be something. She come through and snatch soul away. She go dark. Good lord. But that move is really a hit. Of course, we saw a reversal. The move can reverse like most of them. And it's okay. But we all want to see it anyway. Work on the out of nowhereness of that. Like on some do not telegraph when that's about to pop. And yeah, you gonna get it every time. Every time. That's how I feel. Yo, it's WrestleMania weekend. I've been talking for damn near 30 minutes about this, but at least I don't need to feel like I should rush this so we don't have to deal with scripts getting ripped up and rewritten throughout the show. 8:30 done at 9:59. That's not my bag, man. We gotta get past that. So that's just how that goes. You here? You been listening? We already talked about this then, all right? Stay tuned.